Regardless of how tough or prepared an intruder might be, they can never match the determination of an animal guarding its territory. These are our four-legged superheroes, and today we get to watch them in action. Loki security guard. CCTV footage showed a fast-moving man entering a grocery store, which a small guarding cat quickly picked up to be a shoplifter and confronted him. Abduction attempt rejected. As adorable as the cats can be, this one was being stalked by jealous bystanders who were plotting to kidnap this little bundle of joy. A Lincoln, Nebraska resident got an alert from his home security system after seeing an unknown young woman. She picked up his cat, 8-year-old cat, from the front porch and attempted to flee in a vehicle. Unlike most cats that wouldn't resist as much being taken by a stranger, this savvy cat made a swift escape. Within minutes, it turned around and used its nails to bog down the woman before breaking loose of the grip and running away back to the porch. Cat deterrence. The hostile demeanor of the cat didn't just keep the burglar at bay, but also down on all four in fear of provoking the cat. After several failed attempts to distract the cat from entering, the burglar abandoned the expedition. He was later identified and was sentenced to 12 months in prison after pleading guilty to charges of attempted burglary. Territorial feline. While entering a private property, this guy did not ask for the cat's permission to enter its territory. An unannounced house guest that this cat had never seen before was confronted and cornered in the bathroom. The cat was so furious and territorial that it aggressively charged. Chihuahuas, with purpose. A Ring camera footage dating December 14, 2018, showed a moment where a Chihuahua confronted a would-be burglar at a house on Chesterfield Drive in Sunnyside. The intruder was on a bicycle, carrying a giant stick with him, presumably to help him break in. The teeny-tiny canine kept him at bay until the Ring app alerted the property owner. An alarm was then remotely triggered, instantly scaring off the perpetrator with the dog showing him the way. Driveway scare. Seeing an open garage with no one around, this intruder thought of utilizing the opportunity. A home in Dallas, Texas had its garage door open when an unknown man came looking around. Seconds later, he was joined by his partner in crime, who appeared in a car and took items including a leaf blower and a suitcase. Immediately within the next couple of moments, 3 pups appeared chasing the thieving couple along with their owner. Both of them quickly got into their vehicle and fled the scene. Jeweler thief confronted. Amongst all other things, this jewelry store thief didn't expect to run into a dog. A large man who targeted a jeweler shop with a car tool to break the glass was confronted by the owner. As the thief was about to break the display glass, a large German shepherd appeared and interrupted the attempt. Now, it didn't scare off the thief enough to send him running. After giving the thief several chances to walk away, the dog jumped the counter and used it to get him out the hard way. In less than a minute, the thief accepted defeat and left. Unsung hero. Despite the security camera being right in front of the gate, this thief didn't think of covering his face. The suspected burglar seemed to be confident until a large boxer quickly appeared, catching him by surprise, and cornered him. The intruder attempted to calm the dog. After failing to do so, he was left with no other choice but to abandon his pursuit and flee from the premises. Small dogs. Underestimated. This intruder was so confident in himself that he underestimated the potential of small dogs. The owner of a private property shared this footage, showing a hooded intruder who trespassed by jumping next to the garage in broad daylight. Within seconds, he was confronted by 2 of the owner's dogs. He overconfidently attempted to gain their trust, which went sideways, starting a desperate struggle for the thief to break free. The dogs started roughing up the intruder, keeping him busy and under control. His buddies attempted to help while staying on the other side of the wall, which didn't help his cause. unusually aggressive dog. A gas station employee in Portland was on his daily shift with a large pit bull boxer mixed-breed dog. A suspect came to rob the station and was attempting to push around the employee, who refused to hand over the money. It was at this moment the dog lunged at the suspect's face, not once but twice, despite being held down by the owner. The owner never set the dog on the thief, rather it responded on its own. Great Dane surprise. A returning homeowner didn't realize was being followed by a bystander. As the bystander attempted to enter the premises, a large Great Dane suddenly appeared and caught him by surprise. Knowing full well how lethal a Great Dane would be, the homeowner quickly intervened and stopped it from escalating any further. A dog this huge would no doubt keep any intruder away for good. Dog bribing attempt. This burglar came prepared and knew exactly how to calm down a dog, irrespective of the size. A burglar intruded into a downtown apartment in Oklahoma City, where he immediately encountered a family dog. The intruder used a treat and started petting a 122-pound Great Dane to gain its trust. Within moments, when an old lady noticed the man started to panic and scream. It was at this moment the dog went into panic mode and attempted to bite the intruder on his rear. Seconds before he could flee the scene, the large dog made attempts to go for the head. Teamwork effort. Choosing a gun shop to rob is in itself the worst possible idea. This robber decided to for it anyway. Camera footage caught a moment where a robber armed with a pistol attempted to rob a gun shop dealer. Instead of fighting or pulling out his weapon, he let his hidden dog grab the robber. Robber ambushed. A burglar, after having intruded into a spacious private property, was looking around, plotting his next move, until a dog suddenly appeared and surprised him. It sprung upon the robber, turning into a desperate clash between the two. Within seconds, another dog from within the house appeared and joined in on dealing with the robber. Soon, the third dog appeared, which was much smaller but overwhelmed the perpetrator. The dog party kept the robber busy long enough till the owners arrived and the robber was apprehended. Scary home invasion overturned. A woman in Killeen, Texas, was confronted by a bothering neighbor while returning home. Once it was clear that she was alone and unarmed, a group of armed home-invading thugs suddenly appeared, leaving her in panic. It was at this moment when 4 of the woman's pet dogs started barking when the armed thugs fled. Sneaky thief versus dogs. Seeing no activity anywhere in the backyard, this thief decided to jump the unguarded wall. Just when he almost made it to the ground, 2 dogs came running to confront the sneak intruder. Despite being halfway up, he attempted to turn around and flee, but the dogs pulled him down into the backyard. Even with the resistance put up by the thief, both the dogs aggressively dealt with him, tearing away his clothes. Although the struggle ends up taking everyone in the blind spot of the camera, this thief certainly got karma delivered. Rottweiler foils plan. An incident like this would have ended far quicker had this dog been on the other side of the gate. A group of 4 robbers were attempting to break into a house late in the night until a dog from the neighboring house started barking at them. At first, the effort almost seemed pointless until a group of stray dogs on the street joined in. The group effort led to the 4 thieves abandoning their quest in panic and leaving. Jumped by big dog. A camera footage captured a moment when a home invader made a sudden appearance. He broke in through a window and was attempting to make his way in. The intruder caught a girl sitting on the couch by surprise until a 180-pound pit bull named Hulk responded. Intruders shown way out. Seeing this group of thieves at work, you might think they came prepared. That is not the case here. 3 burglars arrived in a car and forced their way through an electric fence door. They seemed quite confident to proceed toward robbing the place until they came back running. A single dog confronted them while they were still on the front porch and showed them the way out. Porch pirate chase. a Utah family encountered a package thief who arrived on foot to grab the package before turning around to flee in a car with an accomplice. However, the family dog named Zero went to be a complete hero by chasing the package thief, who instantly abandoned the package meters away and quickly fled the scene. Thieves chased off. These two thieves were hoping for a simple break-in and steal job until they realized the presence of a house dog. The would-be thieves started knocking on the door while claiming to be Detroit police in hopes of tricking the owner into opening up. As no one answered the door, they decided to break their way in. They soon discovered a pit bull that came rushing towards the door, sending both thieves running away. Robbers shaken away. This group of robbers thought they had chosen the right time to rob until they had to face the drawbacks. An elderly man who was returning home in his SUV. When he was waiting by the gate, two of the robbers pulled the man out of his car and started snatching the wallet, phone, and watch. It was at this moment a young woman from the house unleashed two dogs on the group, who panicked, abandoned the car, and fled with what they already had. Cornered thief. A thief decided to break into a random residence in broad daylight. Soon after, he started looking around at a large-screen TV, thinking of it being the ideal item to steal. It was at this moment a woman who happened to investigate the noise appeared, only to discover an unknown man in her living room. She quickly got defensive and shut the door, which the intruder had broken into as well, only to discover a pit bull that ambushed him and pinned him down on the ground. High-spirited little pup. Unlike most intruders or sneaky burglars, this guy was behaving quite weirdly. An intruder who, instead of trying his luck through the front door, decided to jump the wall in the backyard. As soon as the intruder was through, a brave, tiny pup confronted the robber. Instantly, the robber turned around in panic and quickly fled the scene. Painful mistake. These thieves were so hesitant to steal from a residence that they only realized their mistake when it was too late. A video footage from a security camera caught the moment, showing two thieves on the roof. They were confronted by two aggressive dogs that appeared suddenly with their sole focus on the intruders. One of the thieves entirely lost balance or mistakenly jumped into the compound, where both the dogs confronted him aggressively. After a long struggle, the dogs finally backed down when the accomplice of the thief was considerate enough to come down and evacuate him. Cheap robbers confronted. Most criminals usually prefer to go for bigger and more valuable prizes, but this gang behaved differently. A group of thieves intruded into the front porch of a house. Instead of looking for valuables or making their way into the house, they decided to settle with washed clothes that were put up for drying. Just when they had grabbed only a set of clothes, the dog came running, chasing them all away in a matter of seconds. Rooftop robber. CCTV camera footage in New Mexico captured a moment of a robber who was on a rooftop attempting to flee after being spotted. The desperation of the intruder was fueled by two pet dogs chasing and barking at him. He attempts to make his escape by getting off the rooftop to the ground, eyeing the wall to leave the area. The fear of the dogs, combined with the hesitation of being seen or caught, slows him down until he finally makes his escape. Scooter jacker confronted. A thief, after spotting a parked scooter with no one around, got on the scooter. As soon as he dealt with the lock, a dog came chasing the thief, who quickly got up, abandoned his attempt, and fled the scene. Dogs saved the day. Two street dogs in Argentina intervened in a robbery attempt involving a duo on a bike. The armed robbers targeted a specific victim that they intended to quickly arrive on the scene with guns drawn. Before the robbers could snatch, their paths were blocked by the dogs, who then proceeded to bite them. Home invasion backfires. A courageous scene of confrontation was caught on a security camera, with a pit bull emerging as a hero. The canine defender, nicknamed Lasagna, faced an unexpected challenge when 3 home invaders entered a house to rob in the Los Alamos neighborhood in New Mexico. The intruders casually walked into the house before rushing out moments later while being chased by the fearless pit bull. Lasagna chased them relentlessly, but the criminals managed to escape empty-handed. Surely the pit bull's bravery and determination must have left a lasting impression on them. Rounding up robbers. Scattered. A security camera taken from a house in Raipur, India picked up a dramatic moment where a couple of robbers were gathering to intrude on a house. Instead of jumping over the gate, they were making their way into the residence by climbing and walking over the wall. It was at this moment a German shepherd emerged as the ultimate guardian that instantly became a huge obstacle. As a result, the robbers backed off and retreated. The dog's swift response not only prevented a potential burglary, but also alerted neighbors to the presence of these intruders. Trespassing intruder nudged. Either this trespasser had dementia or was just completely lost. An unidentified man in the dead of the night entered a private property. Despite triggering not 1 but 2 motion sensor lights, he still didn't budge from the idea of having trespassed. Seconds later, he was confronted by an aggressive Doberman dog that instantly put some sense into him. At this point, the trespasser realized the error of his way and jumped back to the other side of the fence. Christmas thief chased away. A surveillance video captured on the 21st of December, 2018, showing a moment where a thief sneaked his way into a Wisconsin home. He was hoping to grab presents only days before Christmas. Luckily, a family dog that detected the intruder was able to discover his, and in seconds chased the burglar away empty-handed. Vigilante justice. Even though this might be a stray dog, it knew right from wrong, unlike the yellow-hooded thief. A yellow-hooded man was following an unsuspecting young woman. Even though the streets were mostly empty, it was only a stray dog who picked up a vibe of something terrible about to happen. As the yellow-hooded man got close enough, he instantly attempted to use force to rob the woman. Before he could grab hold of anything, the stray dog sprung into action and confronted the snatcher. In seconds, the dog was able to have the robber flee with failure. Gas station snatchers. Seeing a lone man at the gas station, these 2 snatchers thought of it being a low-risk robbing opportunity. They confronted the lone man and used force in trying to rob the man. As things escalated with both exchanging punches, a stray dog that was nearby rushed to help the lone man, thwarting their attempt without regard to its safety. According to some rumors, this stray dog was adopted by the gas station, and it proved its loyalty. Guard dog with boundaries. Usually most dogs respond when they feel something very wrong is happening. This one, however, maintains a boundary. Dino is a dog who is reported to have bit and terrorized several trespassers who violated its boundaries. From having stopped thieves, intruders, and uninvited guests or neighbors, the dog caused so much concern that the neighbors started questioning the danger of the dog hurting a child. Merciless German shepherds. This sneaky intruder was roaming around on private property until he jumped the wrong fence to face the consequences. 2 fully grown German shepherds ambushed the intruder and were mercilessly dealing with the intruder, who started to scream in the struggle. The owner appeared gradually and held his dogs back, giving the intruder a chance to walk away. The intruder stumbled upon the owner's car with his belongings tossed onto him. The owner kept warning the intruder to leave before he let go of the dog. Certainly, this intruder must have learned his lesson the hard way. Tiny dog saves owner. A man returning from the bank didn't know a suspicious man was following him in a red hood. The perpetrator pushed the man into a ditch before snatching money from him, but was not able to grab any other valuables since the pet dog was fiercely intervening. That about does it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Which one of these 4-legged guards was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Do like it and share if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of our uploads. Until next time, goodbye.